Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Business Show. Today we're joined by a huge UK entrepreneur. You know him for BBC Two's Dragon's Den show. Give it up for Touker Suleyman. Touker, how are you?
I'm very well.
Nice to meet you finally.
Finally?
And it's great to be here at your offices here in London.
Yeah, the famous offices.
Famous offices here in London. Now listen, we're going to go all the way back to the start, to how you started.
Right.
Now, what made you get into entrepreneurship?
Okay. Look, I've always, in the back of my mind, wanted to be an entrepreneur. And at the beginning of my career, I decided, what am I going to do? This was in the 70s. So, just giving away my age.
I know.
In those days, there was three ways to make money. You had to be a pop star, property entrepreneur, or in fashion. And I didn't take any of those up first. I went into accountancy.
I see.
But I didn't actually go all the way. I gave up accountancy after 18 months and went into fashion business. And I was a huge success. I made my first £1 million probably in the late 70s.
And when you say you went into to fashion business,
Manufacturing.
It's fashion manufacturing.
Manufacturing for retailers. It was a lot easier in those days.
And how did you get into that? I mean,
well, I'll tell you how I got into that. I got into that when I went into a partnership with a guy who had a factory, and we created a business. And after 8 months, I bought him out.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I made a lot of money. And then I made a couple of mistakes, as always. I bought myself into 2 public companies. So at the age of around 25, I was the youngest chairman of 2 public companies ever.
Now, how did it feel like going from private to public? Because I mean, Richard
Well, I was naive.
Yeah.
Share price went from 3p to £4.
Wow.
It was in that era.
Yeah.
Then I bought a big stake in a retail business that showed that it had £20 million in net assets, and yet I invested, didn't do my due diligence,
Right.
and that was my biggest mistake. And when we did look at the books to raise more money, there was 25 million in the red.
That's amazing.
So at the age of 27, 28, I lost everything.
So the comeback period had to be a huge time of planning.
Yeah, but look, I was young, naive. I accepted what people had written on paper, accepted the accountants, audited accounts, but didn't realise there was a lot of fraud.
I see.
So that was my first lesson.
And so how did you now go from there, from the accountancy to running your own fashion business, but then, learning that lesson, everything going down, and then saying to yourself, listen, I need to come back.
Yeah,
because the art of the comeback is actually every entrepreneur knows.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
In everyone's life, there are stumbles. It's like a journey.
Yeah.
When you fall, you pick yourself up and say that's not the end of the journey.
True.
It's only a result.
Of course.
You keep on going.
Of course.
And I think that's what kept me going.
Yeah.
The fact that I knew that I had age on my side, I had some experience, not a lot, at that stage, and I wanted to go.
I'm going to stop you there. When you say in every entrepreneur's journey, or everybody, when you fall, is a picking yourself back up. Now, that way of thinking must have come from somewhere. Some people get that from your parents, some people get that from other people that have inspired them.
Listen,
where did you get that from?
I'd love to know myself at the time. I think at the time, when you are from nowhere in the public eye, and things happen, you don't want to be a loser. I
see what you mean.
And you actually then say to yourself, this is not going to be the end of me. And it was like saying, I'll be back. And that was it. I took myself up, paid off all the banks.
Yeah.
I didn't go bankrupt.
Yeah.
But in a way, I was fortunate that I had enough experience to fight back.
And would one of your tips be, when you want to invest, because I mean, it leads quite nicely to the next question about sort of Bitcoin and things like that. Is it better to invest in assets you can touch and see than, you know,
Well,
especially after your experience?
Look, in the UK, you have got the property market, which, especially in the commercial market, if it's good, there's a lot of liquidity. A lot of foreign people are coming here to buy commercial property to get a yield. Today, if you put your money in the bank, you get nothing.
Of course.
So there's a lot of money coming into property. There is, and with property, of course, banks will lend against fixed assets.
Of course.
You mentioned Bitcoins.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's a scam.
Listen, James Caan said exactly the same thing. He said he doesn't invest in anything he doesn't know about.
No.
He doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency came from nowhere. He just doesn't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Look, to me, I feel sorry for those innocent people who are investing. When my daughter rings me up from university and say, Dad, do you think it's a good time to invest in Bitcoin? I said, no, that's it. Okay?
Of course.
And that was a point where I said to her, it's a scam, it's going to crash. And it was at 20,000 then. I think it's about 6,000, whatever it is today.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, I would definitely say this. One, never invest in anything you don't understand.
100%.
Never invest in anything that sounds too good to be true.
100%.
Never invest in something or with somebody that's going to give you huge returns.
Because they can't predict the future that
But
accurately.
not even that. The fact really is today, there are a lot of people out there who have got these scams.
Right.
And they promise you the earth. Before you know it, your money's gone.
Yeah.
So to me, invest in what you know, invest in what you understand, and don't be greedy.
I love that. So we're going to reel it back here. Now we're talking about investing. You are on one of the most successful business shows in the UK and abroad, because there's a version of that show in America called Shark Tank. And Dragon's Den has become a show nominated and won loads of awards.
Yep.
So you are now extremely successful entrepreneur. You have low profile group is doing very well. You own several companies, and you get a call from a producer to be on Dragon's Den. What was going through your mind then?
Well, the funny thing was, the last thing I wanted was to go on Dragon's Den. And I was approached by a PR company to say, would I like to be a dragon?
You were like, I don't want to be
And
an
I
animal.
said, well, I don't really know. He said, well, look, why don't you go up for the audition and see? So I went up for the first audition, thinking there must be 50 people going for the same audition. And the audition was done, and then I had a call from a producer. He said to me, do you want to come up to Manchester and have a chat? So got the train to Manchester, not knowing what to expect. Steve Hanley was the producer at the time.
Right.
And he took me to lunch at Media City, BBC. And he sat down and he said, and we were in a restaurant. I think we're the only two in there at the time. He looked at me and says, would you like to drink? I said, no, I don't actually drink water. And then the menu came and he said, well, I sort of looked at it, I put the menu down and I said, well, what are you having? He says, I want you. I thought,
Jesus Christ.
I said, I'm sorry. He says, I want you in my show. And that was how we started the conversation.
Wow. What has been some of your highlights and the greatest investments you've done there? And what are the ones that you wish you had invested in?
Look, there's always ones you wish you invested in.
Of course there is, isn't it?
You know, but I mean, I've made lots of investments, not only in the Den, because the Den's helped me bring other investments in, but you know, we've done Bad Brownie, Timber Kits, I can think of many more. We've done a couple of new ones in the show called True Tension, Wool Couture, and there's loads. I mean, like, on top of that, we've got some very successful ones outside the Den.
Yeah.
We invested in something called Matchstick Monkey. The story of Matchstick Monkey was a husband and wife came to me for an investment. Yeah. But for his bag brand.
Okay.
And I wasn't interested in his bag brand. And as we were leaving, I said, what are you doing? She said, well, I've created this Matchstick Monkey. And I said, what is it? It's a teething toy. So within 10 minutes, we done a deal. And we took 50% of the business, but we run the whole business for her. She just designs. Amazing. And we've taken this business now, within a year, to 54 countries around the world.
Wow. That's amazing.
And we did about whatever, but this current year, full year, we'll do about 7-8 million turnover,
That is absolutely
and
amazing.
the following year will be 25 million turnover.
That's
So
absolutely
this is a big
amazing.
success story. It's in everywhere, ranging Harrods, Selfridges,
Matchstick Monkey.
the whole thing.
That's amazing.
And this is the Matchstick Monkey team.
Hello, how are you? How are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Who's the little one?
This is Bailey.
Oh, hi,
She's
Bailey.
4 months, well, just
Hi.
over 4
Hi,
months
Bailey.
now.
How are you? She's Stephen, obviously.
Yeah, oh my goodness, so badly.
Oh my God. And listen, tell us the story that you, Touker has been telling us. You guys came here. You came here
Yeah.
to pitch for a completely different business, and you ended up with something else that's been an amazing success. How did it happen?
So Katie and I also have a brand called Forbes and Lewis, which is bags.
Yeah.
So we came to Touker as he's heavily involved in fashion
Yeah.
to show him the bags and get some advice and mentoring.
Yeah.
In the background, through kids, Katie had developed these teethers. Especially this one.
Now, Katie, take
original one.
us through. Is your background an inventor, or how did you come up with this idea?
I have a lot of ideas
Right.
and I love product design.
Yes.
So because of my first daughter teething,
Right.
I didn't find an appropriate product that you can apply, you can medicate with. So, and she loves monkeys and I love monkeys. So we decided to develop a product that you can apply gels and granules to the back of the head.
Amazing.
And it can, and the baby can chew it
That's
to the
amazing.
source of the pain, because they're the only ones that know where it's hurting.
That's unbelievable. Now this is a sector that nobody would have thought. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of very. No one thinks about that kind of sector, the feeding sector of the market. So
Yeah.
it's an amazing success. Now it's expanded to so many countries out there now, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, I think there are about 35 worldwide.
35
Yeah,
worldwide,
which
wow.
just over a year is I think pretty good going.
And you can get this in Harrods as well, right?
Yeah, so we've tried to put it in kind of the top stores
Yeah.
here in the UK. So John Lewis, Harrods, Jojo Mother Baby. That's kind of where we sell a lot of our bulk.
Fantastic. Well, guys, listen, congratulations, and I hope to see more of Matchstick Monkey in the future.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So this is our first floor, and right here is mainly the low-profile manufacturing team. So they do a lot of work with Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania. It's normally print work, fabric. So we do autograph for M&S. We used to do Ralph Lauren. And so here we move on to the print team. So they'll do the print for the fabric. It'll go then down to Sully, sends it over to factories, and they'll go from there.
Hi guys, how are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Guys, hard at work. No one's on Facebook, right? Social Can't divulge that. Let's see.
This is part of our Ghost team.
Amazing.
So Ghost London, flagships on King's Road.
Yeah.
They've done the dresses for James Bond films,
Amazing.
kind of a real kind of heritage ladies brand. So this is part of the team here.
And is this the design team or?
Yeah, so a lot of the design work here, you can see all the fabrics up on the side. Yeah, a lot of the magic happens here.
It's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then this is where a lot of the investments normally sit.
This is the investment room. This is the Dragon's Den room.
It is indeed. Like I said, normally filled with people, but not today. Here we have a property management company called Airbnb, not Airbnb, they're Air Agents who work with
Fantastic.
Airbnb, just managing short-let kind of listings. And then here, the guys from Bike Suits.
You know, there's a lot of young people sometimes who find it very hard in cultivating passion. Because obviously there's a lot of distractions as well as the media, etc. How much is it important for entrepreneurs to have a consistency in passion?
You've got to have passion.
Yeah.
Look, first of all, you've got to love what you do. Because if you don't love what you do, you know, it becomes stress.
Of course.
If you've got the passion, you love what you do, and
Of course.
that's important.
Of course.
And also, I think today's probably the easiest time ever to raise money,
Yeah.
to start a business online. I mean, you can have a product, put it on Amazon,
And it starts selling.
and you
If it's
start
good.
selling.
Yeah.
So I mean, in my days there were no computers.
No.
There was no mobile phones.
There's no internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No internet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to doing business today is much easier, but unless you've got that passion,
Yeah.
unless you really are into it 100%,
Yeah.
you're not going to succeed.
Television also plays a massive part. You know, in the days when I started a company in the 90s, loads of entrepreneurs will be behind the scene. They wouldn't even go on TV. But now it seems television has added a credibility factor into the whole business, and there's loads of business shows that benefit from that. Even children television are doing shows like Beat the Boss, and do you think entrepreneurs need to kind of break that mold of just sitting behind a desk and really go out there and connect with the public through TV?
No, you see, the thing of today, look at Dragon's Den.
Yes.
A big percentage of people that watch Dragon's Den are children between 11 and 21.
Yeah.
They're all inspirational entrepreneurs.
Of course.
And everybody you talk to, kids, what do you want to do? They want to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
They don't want to be doctors.
Yeah.
They don't want to be lawyers. They feel that they want to go into tech. They want to go into media. They want to, because they've seen people make easy money.
Yeah.
And I think we've never had a better time to create young entrepreneurs. And I think in the next 10 years, the UK will thrive based on entrepreneurs.
I believe that too. It's happening more and more. I mean, look at how Uber has become successful.
Yes.
How Just Eat is becoming very much an entrepreneurial society.
It is very much. And also, most children have got a mobile phone.
Yes.
They're taught by the parents, how much do you spend on your mobile phone?
Yeah.
What does a mobile phone cost? Can I have the next mobile phone? Will that cost money? So the emphasis of money being a very important factor is drummed into children at a very young age.
Now let's talk about riches and wealth. You've spoken about the ups and downs, and a lot of companies spend time in the boom. They make so much money and lose it very quickly. There's a lot of people, whether it's footballers, musicians, artists, entrepreneurs, who will make so much money and then lose it publicly. And then in your comeback, you talked about investing in assets, investing in property, investing. How important is it to create wealth rather than rely on riches?
Well, look, I think the important thing is it depends on yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not an extravagant person. I have not got private planes, I haven't got yachts, I live very comfortably in a nice home, drive a nice car.
Yeah.
I reinvest all my profits back into the business.
Same.
And the question is, it really depends on understanding that the company money is not your money.
See.
The company money belongs to the company.
Yeah.
And you've always got to make sure that if you're running a business, that there's sufficient working capital to run a business.
Yeah.
I've always said that one thing, cash is king. And if in a business you haven't got enough cash to run your business, then you're broke.
Yeah.
So we're now walking into We're walking into one of the Halls & Curtis photography rooms.
Okay.
So obviously a massive arm of the Halls & Curtis business is online.
Yes.
So you can see here from all the ties and shirts, this is where a lot of the individual product shots are done.
This is amazing.
For online, you can see we've got the next range kind of hung up, ready to be shot.
Amazing.
And yeah, so a lot of imagery is made on
the team shoot and edit all the content from here?
Yeah, correct. So you'll do individual product shots on this machine here.
Oh, wow.
And then, like I said, you can also put up pools. So we have models in here, casting done in here as well.
That's amazing.
So, coming here, this is the Halls & Curtis showroom. So a lot of the meetings, kind of briefings. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm not too bad, is it?
So you'll be looking at, now we're going into spring, summer, so a lot of the new kind of slightly brighter colours of the women you'll see over there are now here in the showroom. Mannequins, all the kind of things you expect to see.
And what sort of shops does it sell in other shops or just your shops?
I think abroad you'll find it in other shops, but here we very much work out of our kind of flagship stores, and then like I said, online is a huge bulk of the business. I think that's the movement we're seeing.
So you're really pushing for the online market.
So we have two flagship stores. We have Jermyn Street, of course, and we have a brand new one at Oxford Street. They're our focus store-wise, and then online.
Amazing. And all the shipping of content and everything else comes out from here and goes or?
So we have a warehouse up in Enfield. So we have a huge team there. We have about 1 million shirts in stock at one time. Yeah, so it's logistically quite a good operation.
Massive. That's great. Now, so we are now in Dragon's Den. You're now in Dragon's Den. Everybody now knows who Touker is. I mean, they should have known it but before that anyway, but now everyone knows who Touker is. And now you're investing in companies inside and outside of this. Expansion into different territories. You've already been in different territories, but how important is it to get the company out in different territories?
Well, I'm going to go back a stage.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that when I went into Dragon's Den, I knew about fashion and manufacturing.
Yeah.
What Dragon's Den's done it's opened my eyes to lots of different businesses.
Of course.
So whether it's food,
Yeah.
toys,
Yeah.
whether it's bikes, all sorts of businesses.
Yes.
So it's made me baby wear,
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
an area that I would never have dreamt of being involved in. If you've got a product that's got flexibility
Of course.
around the world, then you've got to use it.
Mhm.
And the best way is, there are distributors, there are agents
Yeah.
around the world. You can't be in every place around it yourself.
Yeah.
So you've got to find the right distributor or the right agent to distribute your product locally.
Fantastic. So we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present. Let's delve into the future. We kind of touched on the fact that all this cryptocurrency is something that you should literally look with a side eye. But what do you think entrepreneurs of the future should be looking at? What kind of investments should people be looking at in the future?
For me, I think real products that people buy, consumers buy, will still be there.
Yeah.
So anything in the consumer world, transport will still be there.
Yeah.
You just have to ship goods from one place to another.
Yeah.
Insurance will still be there. You
Yeah.
have to insure your goods.
Yeah.
Power, we all need power.
Yeah.
Whether it's electric cars or power will be there.
Yeah.
In the financial world, I'm much more, should we say, not naive, but conservative to say, I invest my extra cash in blue chip companies, and as you get older, you don't take the risks that you do when you're much younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cryptocurrencies is for the brave.
I see that. It's not a risk, it's for the brave.
You know?
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
So the fact really is, and I find it, as I said, when the average person in the street wants to invest, because he thinks it's a quick, somebody on the chain is going to lose. Because there's nothing in cryptocurrency which underlines the value.
I see.
It's a mythic currency that says it was worth $1, it's now worth $20,000. Why?
I see. I've got this company called Learn to Sell, and it's like a training academy.
Yeah.
And we always say every entrepreneur needs to sharpen their sales skills. How important is sales as an entrepreneur?
Look, selling product has to be second to none.
Yeah.
Because you have to sell it to somebody.
Yeah.
Whether it's to a buyer, whether it's to another distributor.
Yeah.
Selling is important. The question is, A, are you confident with your product or what you're selling?
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel confident about it, then you shouldn't be selling.
True.
Second of all, do you believe that you've got something that the competition has not got? What's your USP?
Yeah. That's a unique selling point for the guys out there. Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And I think further of all, it's understanding what the customer wants.
Yeah. And what value can you add on the customer?
Yeah, of course.
What's the value, that added value on
Yeah,
that?
the other thing, of course, today is we've got what you call disruptiveness in certain industries.
Do you admire disruptiveness?
Yes.
Because it
Yes.
really works. I mean,
Yes.
this traditional way of doing things has led to a kind of really lazy atmosphere in entrepreneurship.
I do respect that.
Yeah.
And whether it's in technology, whether it's in product, I mean, for instance, there are some products in this teaming area
Yeah.
that hasn't been touched in 20 years.
It's crazy.
So I think if you want to be a good entrepreneur, you don't have to be a brilliant scientist or a computer genius.
Yeah.
You can take any basic product and say, how can I make it better? How can I make it more appealing? You can walk down the street and see something very small, and within 5 minutes have an idea for it.
It's amazing.
So we've got marketing teams here, e-commerce.
This is the team that gets the word out.
Yeah,
Marketing,
of course.
very important team.
Of course, marketing these days is such an important element, especially of the online business. Like I said, that's such a growing area for us. So these guys we're doing social media, marketing, e-commerce, all kind of good stuff online.
Amazing.
Okay.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi.
Nice to meet you. So what's it about? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so we're a women's health website online, and our big thing is content. So we do loads and loads of content, celebrity workouts, loads of video workouts. It's all free, and it's massive. There's 4,000 pieces of content. And our mission is to just make it easier for women to be healthier. We've just launched an online shop, and it's like Whole Foods but even bigger, delivered right to your door. And we also have our own protein range, which is protein for women for weight loss. Amazing. And that's in Whole Foods and Revital stores.
This is Finery London down here.
Finery London?
Yeah, correct. Finery is a women's fashion brand.
And how long has Finery been going on?
So Touker got involved off the top of my head about 6 months ago.
I see.
So this was just an empty room, but Touker's always come out openly looking to invest in things, and obviously fashion is his bread and butter. So Finery came to us and we partnered up, and in they moved.
Amazing, amazing. Top 5 people and personalities. It could be entrepreneurs, it could be artists, musicians, people that inspired you through your journey as an entrepreneur.
Well, look, I think Richard Branson is definitely there.
Of course.
Richard Branson was your original entrepreneur that was not traditional.
Yeah, out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do admire Alan Sugar.
Yeah.
Because I think Alan Sugar is very to the point.
Yeah.
And
doesn't beat around the bush.
Doesn't beat around the bush. He's down to earth.
Of course.
And a realist.
Yeah.
I admire my fellow dragon Peter.
Yeah, like Peter. I've met him a couple of times. He's a good guy.
But I think with Peter, he's very dedicated. But again, he has the sharp instincts.
Yeah. And he's balanced. He likes to have fun at the same time. Yeah, it's very balanced.
And I probably admire Warren Buffett.
He's a legend.
Yes, Warren Buffett is American, as you know.
Yes.
And the thing is, he has the foresight for the future, and he invested in lots of brands that are real businesses.
Yes. Yes.
And I admire him a lot. And probably, if I have to go to the tech world, then I would have to say Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, yeah.
He started Microsoft, and he was the beginning of what I call the internet era.
Yes, yes, he is. I'll start the sentence and you finish. I always, when I get up in the morning.
When I get up in the morning, I say to myself, what am I going to do today that's going to add value to my life?
That's fantastic. Listen, that's a very important note to end on. What are you going to do today that's going to add value to your life? It's all about value. Touker.
And the people around you.
And the people around you. Add value to your life and the people around you. Touker, it's been absolutely amazing to have the Touker time. Come on, guys, give it up to Touker Suleyman.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.